and one of the finest fighters in the world pound for pound today. It was a privilege to promote this fight, and it was a privilege to work with you, Carl. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much, everyone, for a great turnout. Sorry to keep you waiting there, but I don't know what to say really. I don't know if it's sunk in yet. I think that's going to be a fight that defines part of my career. You know, I want to be involved in big fights. I've just made history. You know, I'm the only ever Northern Irishman to win world titles at 2 different weight divisions. I've just beat an unbelievable fighter in Leo Santa Cruz, a 3-weight world champion. You know, it was the toughest fight of my career. But I hope it was an exciting fight. It felt like it was an exciting fight. I felt like I done enough to win. I think one of the judges maybe, you know, had it a little bit wider than normal, I'm going to be honest, than it should have been. I think I won by 2 or 3 rounds, but I could have made it easier on myself, but you know, I fought with my heart sometimes rather than my head, but I wanted to be involved in one of them fights, and I think people will remember that for a very long time.
Yeah. Any questions?
Carl, Chris Don here with the Fight City. You've always been the shadow of either a Conor McGregor or Tyson Fury. You now have 2 big wins, one over Scott Quigg, now this one over Lewis and Cruz. Do you feel now you're now the face of Irish combat sports, whether it's boxing or MMA, you're now the guy?
I don't know. I'm up there, you know. I don't want to be big-headed. I think it's hard to surpass Conor McGregor, if I'm being honest. He's a pretty big name, but I don't know if Tyson Fury is he Irish or English or what. I don't know if he is what he wants to be. I see him supporting England at the Euros, so you know, it's hard to surpass McGregor though. He's a huge name, but I think I'm getting close.
Carl, congratulations on the win, John Gallon Ring Observer.
It's working. There's a microphone.
Okay.
Just talk.
Carl, first of all, to your whole team, congratulations. You had a lot of people here in New York City supporting you. Did that influence you at all to just keep going? Because you were like a machine the whole night.
Yeah, of course it helps, you know, and I understand that these people have paid a lot of money to get out here. It's not cheap to get to New York from back home, especially after the football, the European Championship. People paid a lot of money to go to the Euros. I think that probably affected how many tickets we actually sold. But you know, they spurred me on and helped me a lot. And the noise was great in there. It felt like it really felt like a good fight. Yeah, the crowd got behind both of us, me and Leo Santa Cruz, and I was very, very happy with it.
Well, I'm sure you'd have to thank Barry and thank Shane. They did a wonderful job.
Yeah, I had to thank my whole team.
We have to thank you for giving us this performance.
Well, thank you.
Stand up and ask.
Carl, you said that you felt like you stayed at 122 too long, but in retrospect, you think everything kind of worked out the way it was supposed to. You said when you got knocked down by Gonzalez, that's when you were able to make the fight with Quigg and subsequently make this fight. And then you make a big splash on U.S. soil. You think kind of in retrospect that everything worked out exactly?
I think so. Like Leo Santa Cruz hit me with better shots than Alejandro Gonzalez hit me with. That was just me boiling myself down to 122 pounds, and it was just having a negative effect on my performance, and that's it really. I finished strong there tonight. I think me fighting Leo Santa Cruz at 122 pounds would have had that in the engine. I don't know. I would have tried my best, but I think that getting down to that weight was killing me a little bit. So, in retrospect, looking back, it was better for me to be up here at 126.
Carl, is there a rematch clause in place, and is it a good idea to jump right back in the ring with Leo?
I don't think there's a rematch clause in place, but I don't know. It would be a great fight. It would be one that I'd be happy to do. I would love to bring him over to Belfast for that week. You could sell out a stadium. You need to do it the right time of the year, obviously, because it's not always very hot there. So I see Lee Selby's here, great fighter, someone I respect. You know, and I've been singing his praises for a very, very long time. He's one of the best UK fighters. I've always said that. that's a fight that interests me. Gary Russell, all these guys, you know, I just want to be involved in big fights, memorable fights against top class fighters. I don't need to be disrespectful to guys. I just want to get on with it. And someone says to me, yes, I think it was Lewis actually said to me yesterday, real fighters fight, and that's what I want to do.
What was the thinking on what was going on with the judges scoring? I mean, it seemed like both you guys were just fighting as if it was in peril in the 12th round.
Yeah, I was told by my trainer to go out and win the last round. You never know how the judges have it, and I think I did win the last round. I wanted to stamp my authority on it and show people that I'm still in here, and I wasn't going to let Leo Santa Cruz push me around. But you know, I got a few harsh words spoken to me in the corner. I was making it difficult for myself sometimes, and I was fighting with my heart rather than my head. But you know, I'll not do that again. I'll listen a wee bit more. But I think, you know, it was a good fight.
Probably a few times now that you were fighting with your heart at times rather than your head. What was the game plan going into the fight, and how did you make that work?
The game plan was distance control, but to hit him hard and make him, you know, get my respect from the start. I think I hurt him in the second round, and you know, although he was throwing a lot of punches, he wasn't throwing as much as he normally throws, and I said that the whole time. I said that this guy, once I nail him, he's not going to be, the output isn't going to be as great, and distance really, hit him hard. Distance control and punching hard. That was mainly the game plan, and fight when I had to fight.
Mike Hoppinger, USA Today. Hey Carl, you know, you've seen guys like Joe Calzaghe and Ricky Hatton before you. Once they, you know, got a big win like this in the U.S., they didn't really go back to the UK to fight much. They just kept fighting here over and over and establish themselves. What do you want to do?
I want to fight here, but I want to fight at home. I'd like to fight in Belfast at least once a year. But I love New York. The East Coast is very appealing to me. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to hit the West Coast as well at some stage. But I love the whole experience of fighting here. But no, I'm a Belfast boy. I love my fans back home. I don't want to have to spend so much money to come and see me all the time, and I would like to fight at least. Well, I've said it before, and I wasn't just saying it because I was here, but New York and the East Coast is more appealing to me than Vegas.
Carl, straight back. Dan Rayfield from ESPN, congratulations on your win.
Thanks, Don.
With this victory, you made a bit of Irish history. I wondered if you've had any time to think about what it means in your country's boxing history, which has been great for many, many decades, centuries maybe, but you're the first guy to do what you did tonight by getting that second title.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
I don't know if it's sunk in yet. I think that when I get back home, and you know, tomorrow I'm planning on doing something for the travelling support that came out, and we're going to a pub and stuff. When it hasn't really sunk in yet, you know. It's when I get home, I think it'll hit me a bit more. But it's a huge achievement, you know. I'm just a normal guy, you know, working class, who can fight a wee bit, and that's it. That's it.
Larry, I'd like to hear your opinion on that also. You of course know the Irish history of boxing as well as anybody, and you were a champion also. What's your take on Carl's accomplishment tonight?
Yeah, I said a long time ago, I think Frampton could be the greatest Irish fighter that there's ever been. Tonight was the greatest night of his life. We knew it would be a fight that would really make him stand out. We knew it would be a tough fight. I think Shane got the tactics with Carl absolutely brilliant. It was a spectacular performance, and maybe we're thinking about trainer of the year here already, and fighter of the year as well. So we're thrilled, absolutely. And I genuinely believe this kid will go on to be the greatest Irish fighter that there has ever been.
Okay, hey Carl, John Gatlin, Ring Observer. Just wanted to ask you real quick, Carl.
Right here.
It was thought going in that you might have a little bit of a difficulty at this weight class. How strong did you feel at 126? Did he ever hurt you during the fight?
He could punch a bit, you know. When he hit me on the end of his shots, you could definitely feel it, and I respected his punching power, but I knew that 126 was going to suit me better. People thought that, you know, it's going to be difficult for me to jump up against someone like Leo Santa Cruz, but you know, I finished my amateur career as a featherweight. Leo started his professional career as a super bantamweight. So I believe, as a bantam. I believe that on the night, I was a bigger man than him. I believe I was stronger. I was able to push him back when I wanted to, but I knew that this was going to suit me. It was full of energy all week, pretty easy making the weight, so I was happy with it.
You know, I know it's not this kind of big money fight and it's high risk, low reward, but since the fight, Ricky Dow, whoever runs his Twitter account, has called to fight you again. Do you see that fight happening in the future, or?
I don't know. Look, I'm happy to fight anyone, and I genuinely am. I would fight anyone, but I want to be involved in exciting fights. You know, I had a bit of a stinker with Scott Quigg, and I didn't want to be involved in another fight with Rigo that would have been another stinker. And then people start to think this guy is boring, and they start to not like me, you know. So I want to be involved in big fights, and whoever my team put in front of me, and this is an important thing, and I don't think boxers speak about it enough. I have a young family. I have 2 young kids and a wife at home. I want to be financially rewarded, because this is a short career. I'm 29, I have a few years left in me. I want to live a comfortable life after boxing. Rigo doesn't bring a pound to the table. That's just the way it is. He's an unbelievable fighter, but I'm being honest, there's no money in the fight. So.
You're the one who need to make Lee Selby, Leo Santa Cruz, you know, Scott Quigg who wants a rematch, we spoke with him. I know that Gary Russell Jr. wants a fight. What is that like now, having the power where you can basically dictate this division? You can tell them where to go, what to do. You want to fight in Belfast? What is it like being a king of the division?
I don't know, because you know, I just won the title recently, so I don't know yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, former featherweight champion of the world, Leo Santa Cruz, a great fighter.
Hey Fight fans, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you go ahead and do so, because Behind the Gloves is worldwide with our coverage. All you have to do is click this little link right here.